Marco Dominic Gonzalez. And I'm on a train of thought, and I said, well, I'm talking about a lot of things I wanted to discuss. There was a guy, and this is in like maybe 2004. Early, I mean, when I maybe even 2003, I used to work the day shift, and the guy came in and sat by the bar. Very tall man, kind of scary looking. Looked like he's like a scarier version of Tom Donilon. Tom Donilon was on what's his name? Charlie Rose. And was the head of the NSA or something with the NSA. I remember seeing Tom Donilon. I said, that looks exactly like the guy that used to come into Jerry's Deli. And one time he came in, it was slow. I remember the restaurant was slow, and I waited on him. He was nice. I was nice to him. He was nice to me. Everything was cool. Mike, the manager, comes and says, Dominic, you're not going to believe this. This guy told me to fire you. He says, you better fire that man. He gave me terrible service. And I said, dude, that is crazy. He was nice to me. He looks kind of scary, but he was nice. And he goes, you know what, Dominic? It's slow. There was no problem. And I'm like, dude, that is bullshit. But then the guy used to come in and to sit in my section. So from then on, I used to get another service that said, wait on this guy for me, because he complained about me one time. I don't want a problem. And I never waited. And then he never sat in my section. He would always, I didn't see the guy for a long time. Then when I started to work nights, he used to come in and sit with the lady right by the bar. I want to say table, but I'm forgetting because there's like so many. It's station 4, I think it's table 53 or 54. And he used to sit with this lady, and it's not like they were husband and wife. It's like they were together. And they used to just look at me and watch me for hours. And then I even told Lucy, the manager, I'm like, you know what? That guy used to complain about me, man. He told Michael to fire me. And she kind of looked at me, and she used to, sometimes she would go and just talk to the table. But my thing is this. If that man is in any affiliation with the government, what he did is a communist fascist action. And that to force a man into poverty, to create propaganda, to talk to a manager, to tell a manager to fire a man for no reason. It didn't work, obviously. I was in good graces in my work, and I could give great service. And in fact, I believe I was the head server at that time. And I was working a Saturday. I think it happened on a Saturday because I used to work one day shift, and it was a Saturday. And I used to work nights, and then I worked one day shift. So it was like in the slow version of a Saturday, I remember. Something like that. But I was already the head server, and it's like, and even Michael's like, dude, I can't even believe he said that. But now that proves fascism. That proves when you have a government intrusion, folks, to force you into losing an earned income. He tried to do that. It didn't work. He tried to get me to wait on him again. It didn't work. But he used to clock me. And I want to know what the name of that man is. What is his government intrusion? And then why did you tell Michael a false statement? And do you have any surveillance of that? Because I want to witness the actual me serving you, and did I give you bad service? Is it under some kind? Because if there's a government intrusion, they would have to put it under surveillance legally. So I'm asking those questions. And I told this to my dad. I said, but that's an example of, we live in a capitalist country where you can't go in as a government intruder and force hostile environments or force someone to be fired. That's exactly what happened to me in April 2009, forcing a hostile environment to either, they were threatening to fire me, basically. Connie threatened to fire me. Warren threatened to say, you might not work here anymore, Dominic, because what customers were doing is they were coming in, giving me an order. I would put the order in, and then they were saying I didn't give them the right order. And that's never happened to me. I'm a seasoned waiter. I mean, I never do that, man. And all of a sudden, it's just happening all the time. And I'm like, that's wrong. They told me specifically I'm giving them what they're ordering, and now they're saying it's wrong, but they were creating that hostile environment. And even Warren, it's like Warren knew what was going on, and he felt bad. I could tell that from him. It's like he had to tell me, say, well, Dominic, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. If you keep giving wrong orders, you might not work here anymore. It's that kind of thing. So, again, propaganda, hostile, I'm sorry, man. Somebody who, specifically government intruder, talked to Jerry's Deli.